Hey folks, Bill Gallagher here for Daily D&T. Let's see if we can get our 5-0 versus Storm for the 4th time in this league. We've lost the die roll, so we've probably lost the match. 42 AD will also be playing some weird BS cards, and I don't mean that as an insult. They play very non-traditional lists, so like legit, we may see Pernicious Deed out of them. In game 1, we can't throw away a hand that has a Thalia to mulligan for something better. So the way this probably goes is they fetch, I get Thoughtseize. No, they just cantrip. Them just cantripping is fine for me. Yes! How do I want to play this next turn? I think I just want to play out a Wasteland and give the least amount of information about my deck on the off chance that they just kill me without Thoughtseizing. Okay. Again, non-conventional cards. Is it just goblins? Oh no, there was a Past in Flames in hand before. I'm going to concede in response to a Thoughtseize, so they don't know what deck I'm on. There's some possibility that this is in D&T. Alright, so like before, Chalice in, Surgicals in, Rips in. And I joked, but if we had won the die roll there, we probably won that match very handily. Alright, so like before, we'll go Palace Jailer out, Swords out, Atomic out, a Flicker Wisp out, and then the Jisse out. That one's hard. I think I'm going to ship this, though. This hand is very good. While Chalice is better played out on 1 in this matchup as a whole, since I have a Revoker as a turn 2 hate piece, that'll be a little bit redundant with the Chalice. It's fine to just play the Chalice as a bridge to get me to turn 2, just so I don't randomly lose on turn 1 to a very aggressive Lion's Eye Diamond-based hand, for example. It's also possible that the take here is Charming Prince over Revoker, so I don't scry into something that's more powerful. The Revoker and Chalice have some degree of overlap, so my opponent can try to sculpt a hand that can just win with a bunch of rituals rather than artifact mana if they have a Brainstorm. Since they fetched Underground Sea, though, I'm basically going to Wasteland them, overplay a 2-drop, unless I draw something that is like Thalia or Rest in Peace caliber. There was no shuffle with the Ponder there. Alright, let's scry. Plains is definitely bottom. I don't feel like I want to try and just clock my opponent with Stoneforge Mystic. I'd rather draw another hate piece naturally. So if I draw the Stoneforge, then my next 2 turns are tied up using it, 1 to deploy it, 1 to equip Sword of Fire and Ice. So I'd rather just bottom that and get a fresh draw. So this is a brainstorm that can shuffle away 2 pieces of artifact mana. And I feel like if I don't draw a hate piece next turn, it's pretty likely that I'll just die. I could even just die here. I like that draw better than Stoneforge. We could also just die to like a Chain of Vapor. Nope. Multiple green sources here. Interesting. So Abrupt Decay is what I should be watching out for. Or I'll just tap out for Pernicious Deed and get the 3 for 1. For anyone who laughed at me when I said Pernicious Deed at the beginning of this video, told ya. So if they just have it, they can just blow it on 0 to go off. Otherwise, they just get a time walk by leaving it in play, because I can't commit anything else to the board. Well, if we've got to lose the 5-0 to something, losing it to Ant with Pernicious Deed, I guess is acceptable. To be fair, though, if my opponent was playing like literally any other hate piece, you know, be it Decay or Chain of Vapor or something like that, it potentially would have been good enough to beat the Chalice of the Void anyway. We really needed our Charming Prince to scry into another card. And there we go. Good games. Pernicious Deed is a strong Magic card. We walk away with a pretty good 4-1 finish. No worries there. Looks like Charming Prince is actually pretty good. You should expect to see that in more videos in the future. Again, this was the last week of Daily D&T that's funded at the time of recording. So if you want to see this continue, please continue supporting it, and the link is below in the little description. Cheers, folks. I'll see you next week. Keep on taxing.